Good morning, you guys. Give me a sec. I forgot my coffee. You know how this goes. All right. So I had an interesting chat this weekend over Easter with some family members. And one of the topics was fasting. And I was coming here today to talk to you about biochemical individuality, what it has to do with your health, and how it can actually help you achieve optimal health, overcome issues associated with your autoimmune dysfunction, gut health, food sensitivities, things like that. They're innately connected. The number one philosophy that will get you to optimal health really, truly is biochemical individuality and understanding how unique and different we all are and how that plays a role in what you put in your body. On your body, yes, but today we're specifically talking about what you're putting in your body, how you eat, meaning how many times a day do you eat? Can you fast? Can you cleanse? What's the healthiest way for you to reset your body? We're not going to talk about fasting today, but that discussion actually gave me a great idea for how to bring that into our discussions because fasting isn't necessarily something I like to do. I don't feel very good when I'm truly fasting. Um, but what I feel when I do something doesn't align with how you might feel. We might feel similarly, but it's all part of the biochemical individuality. What you do may work exceptionally well for you, but won't work for me or won't work for Sally down the street. It might work for Rose over on the other street over there, or Joe Schmo down the street, but it's not going to work for every single person. It's why there's so many different best-selling books out there, which are diet and health related. We're all unique and we are all different and we're all made up differently, even identical twins. And now I have twins, I have fraternal twins. My friend has identical twins. The way I can tell them apart is their personalities. When they were born, their DNA strains may have been exact duplicates of each other. But your life experiences, the way you perceive those experiences, the way you receive signals from other people and interpret them, the way that you receive and interpret signals from yourself, your likes, your desires, your personality, all of that develops over time. And each and every one of us, including identical twins, become our own unique person. Now, I get it. There are some identical twins out there where you look at them and you're like, no, they're exact duplicates. Even today, they're exact duplicates of each other. But at their core, they really aren't. So we're going to talk about biochemical individuality today and how to use this concept to up-level your health, to help you really identify what is happening within your body, what those signals mean, because your body's always sending you signals. It's all part of this philosophy that we're unique creatures, but you have to understand what your body needs and wants, right? If you're craving something, there's always a meaning. And we've talked about this in the past, but it truly comes down to this bioindividuality concept where my cravings mean that I'm missing certain micronutrients, right? Certain things in my diet. And my body's saying, hey, tap, tap, tap. Just a little reminder. Here's your friendly reminder. I need a little bit more magnesium. That's what happens when you're craving chocolate. So if you crave chocolate a lot, you really need to look at figuring out how to get magnesium in your diet. I love telling people that because the minute I tell my clients that they can actually eat chocolate, I get the biggest grins. There's nothing saying you can't. No, you can't eat the sugary sweet things that, are made up on little aisles as you check out. A lot of that probably not going to be as healthy. But dark chocolate, 65, 70% plus cacao. Oh, heck yeah. 1 ounce of those every single day. It's going to help you with your magnesium. It's going to diffuse that craving. And for all you chocolate fans out there, it's going to give you that chocolate treat. Now, we're not going down a rabbit hole of chocolate here today, but I love mentioning that to everybody. So I wanted to make sure to just kind of highlight it. And as usual, my ADHD self has my little checklist here to make sure I talk about all these things instead of going down all these rabbit holes. So let's talk about biochemical individuality for just 1 second. And then we're going to dive into how to use this to help you up level and improve your health, to reduce those gut symptoms. And what I'm talking about the gassiness, I'm talking about the constipation, the cramping, the aches, the pains. Body aches, that absolutely is a part of it. But for the most part, one of the top complaints with autoimmune dysfunction and chronic illness is related to our gut function and directly is impacted by an imbalance within your abdomen area, your elimination system, as well as your digestive system. It's what we call the gut. That's why there's a simple word for it, because we can go through and say digestive and elimination system, or we just say gut. This is within your gut. It is the number one complaint, and it all boils down to there's an imbalance. Your immune system is trying to take over. It is trying to fight you. That's autoimmune dysfunction, autoimmune illness. That's what's happening. Your immune system is trying to fight you. It thinks that your normal natural cells, the cellular structure that makes up you, is an invader that needs to be eradicated. And that causes quite a disturbance within your gut, within your system entirely, because when your immune system is activated, your digestive system slows so that immune system can fight whatever is going on. This imbalance creates more issues, more dysfunction, more imbalance. Now, what does that have to do with biochemical individuality? Each and every one of us experiences this differently. So when you're looking at your health, you're looking at your body, you're trying to figure out what's happening, or let's say you've already gotten a diagnosis, you know what you're dealing with, but you're still having issues. The number one suggestion I can make for you outside of lab testing is start tracking everything from the sniffles, the scratchy, froggy throat, or headaches, watery eyes. You eat something, all of a sudden your eyes are watering. Write it down. Write what you ate, write how much you ate. If you walk outside and you get a little sniffly, write it down. Do this for a good week and you'll be able to look back, and you're going to look back. You're going to look at what your mood has been, what factors were around you during that time frame. Where were your emotions? Did you have something and feel happy? Did you have something and feel sad? Did you walk outside to go put your feet in the dirt and you walked in and you were feeling depressed when you thought you were going to walk in and feel happy? What happened? What about cravings? Are you having any cravings? Are they consistent? Is it a one-off? Is it something you saw on a TV and all of a sudden now you're craving it? Or is it something that you notice you crave consistently? One of the top cravings I always hear is magnesium and sugar. Okay. I crave brownies. I crave ice cream. Those are my two favorite sweets in the world, is brownies and ice cream. And yes, I love eating them together. Always. I mean, who wouldn't? Don't answer that if you don't. I don't want my lovely little rose-colored bubble to be burst right now. But allergies, Austin. It was a weekend, you guys. Anyway, when you look at your cravings, are they something that is consistent? Every day you have cravings for sweet. Every day you have cravings for magnesium. Okay. You're craving chocolate. You're craving your favorite sweet, whatever that is. Or let's say your cravings have come from more of a salty side. You're craving chips. Even though you just ate lunch, you're full. You have no room for anything else. You're still having these cravings. They all mean something. They all have some sort of meaning. Those are things you want to write down. And when you go back and you look, you're going to try and look for patterns. Every one of us has our own unique individual pattern. What we're doing by taking this log and by reviewing it, by going back and doing an evaluation, and let me just say this, if you cannot take a step outside of yourself and evaluate it without adding your own emotions and your own interpretation into it. Obviously, there's going to be some, but if you're not able to step back and really see anything, send it to me. Either I'll look at it or we'll have KJ look at it. One of us is going to look at it and give you our opinion. We're going to let you know where we see patterns so that you can take the next step forward in healing your health. All right. Once you understand this component, you have a foundation for starting to heal your body. You have a foundation to start healing your body using the food that you put in it. It gives you a good idea of what you're lacking and what you're missing and what your body is absorbing and craving and wants more of. Okay. I've had some people come up and they crave beef, but they're vegetarian. Yeah, I mean, it could be just about anything, but you write it down after a week of writing it down, keeping this log, and I mean, write everything down, you guys. You're going to look at it to see where your patterns are. This is how you use biochemical individuality to identify your unique whole person makeup for your diet and well-being. Your diet is your foundation. The food that you put in your body gives your body the fuel to manage issues, to overcome and heal from things that it's able to. And your body is a phenomenal structure. It heals a phenomenal amount. And I know I just used that twice, but it is crazy what a human body is capable of if we give it what it needs. Having a log allows you to see exactly what's happening. Lab tests help, and they help put pieces of puzzles together, okay? But that's not everything. One of the things that, is really crucial, especially with magnesium, is there's not a lab test. There's not even a couple of lab tests that will tell you exactly what magnesium you're deficient in. Do you know that? And it's not the only one. There are multiple versions. So regardless of what lab tests you take, regardless of what lab tests you've been going through with your doctor, you still want to make sure you do your part. And your part is understanding what's happening on a day-to-day basis. Our brains lie to us. You are not capable of lying to yourself when you go back and review if you see it in black and white. Write it all down, you guys. That's how you're going to identify, you're going to understand what your own biochemical individuality actually is. Okay. Now, this concept involves the whole person approach. Okay. A more holistic approach. So we're looking at your physical activity. We're looking at your physiology outside of just activity, but your physiology, your spiritual health and well-being. We're looking at your emotions. We're looking at your mood. If you have dramatic mood shifts, are there any hormone issues? Where is your stress level? Stress, oof, you guys. Stress plus an AI condition or a chronic illness condition. Whoa. You guys need a support system. No question about it, because that is a lot, not just for your body to handle, but for your brain to handle. And once you understand where your patterns are, where your unique patterns are, you'll understand a great deal more about what you're lacking. It could be that it's not that you're lacking anything nutritionally. You could be right on the money where your nutrition is concerned. You're eating very well for yourself, but it could be something where now your stress levels are so high that you need to incorporate some sort of practice that helps your mindset, that helps your emotions, that helps your mood, helps calm and recenter your brain. These are things that you're going to notice as you take that log. Okay. And the whole purpose of taking that log is to find out what is uniquely a pattern for you. So that as you improve your health and your well-being by eating better, by being physical, by taking other measures to help your mindset. So mind, spirit, or mind, body, and spirit. Remember? Mind, body, spirit. These are 3 core components of the triangle of health. There are 7 pillars. I think at this point, they've gotten up to 12. I think that's the largest number I've seen is 12. But for me, I like using a triangle. It's simple. It's easy. Mind, body, and spirit. When you look at your patterns, that's what you're looking for. Because your unique self has its own biochemical individuality, which means your patterns are going to be your own. So what I want you to think about as you're making this log is I need to just be brutally honest with myself. No lies, no nothing. Here's the fact. Bam, bam, bam. There's an old TV show. Just the facts, ma'am. Just the facts. That's all we want in this log. Just the facts. If you are not able to see it, and it does not mean there's anything wrong with you. It means that you love yourself so much you don't want to see those patterns. And there's nothing wrong with that. If that is the case, like I said, send it over. If I don't have time to look at it, I'll tap in KJ, and between the two of us, we'll get it working. We will get a pattern back to you. We'll get your discovery session set so that we can go over this and help you figure out whatever your next steps are. And that's kind of where the discussion about fasting is coming into play. Now, we've talked about cleansing, okay? And cleansing is a little bit different than fasting. They both share very similar purposes, but fasting is, simply put, not physically eating, okay? It could mean intermittent fasting. It could mean going, days or weeks without eating. And there's specific strategies to do those things that are healthy for you. And we're going to go into that next week. This week, I really just wanted to give you the tools and some suggestions for how to identify what your bio-individuality is, what your patterns are, where that makeup happens. Okay. We are going to actually continue this discussion on Thursday. I am making pancakes for the boys, and you will be able to see that inside of the Wild Free Health app. So if you haven't hopped over there yet, hop on over. The videos that I'm doing recording the 28-day reset as well as the restore, those events will be popped up. You do not have to join the app to join those and to attend live. You don't have to do that. You can come check out the app without actually being a member first. And that link is going to be in my profile. I'll also put it in the show notes and in the comments below. So if you have not started that log as we are speaking, get a piece of paper out, pop open the notes section of your phone, anything that is going to be convenient. I have had people show up to a session with a Ziploc baggie, a jumbo size one, of Post-its. It was what was convenient. It works. Find something that works. Get that log going. Let's see if we can identify some patterns for you so that you can start healing and stop feeling like crap, because nobody needs that. Nobody. This world is too stressful. We don't need that. All right, y'all. I will chat with you guys later. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. If you celebrate, I hope you had a happy Easter. And I will chat with y'all soon. Cheers.